sacred gaze. Hello and welcome to the Sacred Gates. My name is Illura, and again with another podcast rather than a video this week again, still experimenting and sharing with you at this time. I wonder if you can hear the stream outside the healing room that I'm in. It's bubbling, and just as I said last week, adding fresh water to the stream, although I don't know really how fresh that water is. I would say not very fresh, although it sounds beautiful and it's moving. So that's what's important, is movement, and movement in the body is incredible. The Tayshara forms we are exploring at the moment really take us into the deep wisdom of the body. And we often turn, as we send ourselves nuts from overusing the intellect, we often find ourselves turning to either or exercise or things like yoga, Feldenkrais, Alexander technique, different forms, even just walking. We spend so long at our desks, on the computer, and as we are hearing many people talking about it, that, we do a lot of damage just by sitting seemingly sedentary. And it is sedentary, but there is also a lot of issues going on by sitting at desks for a long time. And I was recently having a conversation about with a friend, a good friend, about how desks and chairs haven't really evolved very much over the many years of many things that have been invented. We're still sitting at these desks and at these chairs, and which may not have been so bad in their design if we hadn't have added computers to the mix. And I remember, I think it was in the 90s, maybe really early 90s or mid 90s growing up, I recall the ergonomic chair coming in, this kind of weird looking backwards chair, some kind of design there. I did try sitting on it once, which would help, I think, to tip the quads, the hip sockets forward. It was kind of revolutionary. People weren't taking to it as much as, what they were already using. But yeah, it is quite damaging just sitting there still, working. Well, we're not still. There's a lot of movement. So even in a stagnant pond of water, there's still movement. There's still bacteria growing and moving. There's still the wind affecting that stagnant pool. There's still microcosms within microcosms growing and becoming something. So when we're sitting still, there's just so much going on. So I invite you now, if you're listening to this podcast and you're not driving, for example, and you've got some time, I'll keep talking. And you don't need to specifically do this practice, but if you are free to train with me right now, that would be great. So, and if you don't, like I said, you can still hopefully get some value out of this just from the topic that we're chatting about today, which is really about body wisdom and how much depth and wonderfulness there is in the physical body to be explored when you have the right mindset, the right perspective. So what we're about to do together, if you can join me, could be done with a different mindset, and you're not going to get anything out of it. And on the outside, it just looks like I'm lying on my back with my hands over my quads, so over my hip sockets, with my knees up. So lie on your back, and if you can, bring your knees up so that your feet are on the ground and your knees are up. Just relaxed. Have them enough far away from your bottom or close enough to your bottom that you've got a nice frame. So your legs are the framework that's just keeping you nice and stable. Feet not too together, not too far apart, just nice and stable. What feels comfortable to you? So when we're working with Tayshara, we're always looking for comfort, always feeling comfortable. And when I say comfort, I don't mean comfortably enduring discomfort. I actually mean like the real deal, just like pure comfort, okay? Now place your hands, left palm down over where your leg meets your body. Your leg meets with your body, and then your right palm doing the same. Now, if that doesn't feel comfortable, right, so your elbows are resting on the ground while your palms are on your hip socket area. If that doesn't feel comfortable, just lay your hands down by your side. That's just how I have my hands right now. So you don't have to have them there. You can actually lay them down, palms up, palms down, whatever, down by your side. And I want you just to feel the pleasure of this experience. Is there any pleasure in your body right now? Can you feel comfort, pleasure? Even if it's just the pleasure of actually having taken a moment with me, which I really appreciate, by the way, and just, does it feel pleasurable just to lie on the ground today or tonight? Not doing anything, just listening to me and my voice here with you, and just feeling your body. So just take a moment now to feel your feet, the soles of your left foot and the sole of your right foot on the earth. And I want you just to notice that you can kind of feel from your soles of your feet all the way up through your calves to your knees. And you can actually maybe even attempt to just relax and soften your knee joints a little bit, and you may then feel the back of your thighs and your thighs overall just a little bit, with a little bit more clarity. So you're clarifying the lines of your legs by feeling your heels, your feet, your toes, your knees, and you can also feel your quads, which is the Chinese word for hip sockets. Qua, like with a lot of the words in Chinese, born probably from the traditional Chinese medicine consciousness, wonderful consciousness that it is, Qua encapsulates also the energetic aspect of the hip joint. But you're everywhere there is a Qua. All your joints could be called a Qua or a sacred gate as well. Not to worry about all that. So just allow your awareness to come now to your hip joints, your quads. And I want you just to see if you can clarify and bring soft awareness to your heel and your quads. Can you kind of feel the stream of physical matter and whatever else you can feel between your heel and your quads, that you can just relax the lines of tension pretty much. Just allow then whatever it is that feels tense to find comfort in those legs of yours. Those legs between the earth and your quads, just clarify, soften, relax the lines of any tension that you feel. Because often we tense up. Have you noticed that you kind of like clamp up in your quads a little bit? You also may find that clamping in your knees or ankles. Even your heels are going to be contracting, and that may be a little bit less obvious because you're lying down, but just notice to see if you can relax and keep everything open. Not trying too hard, that won't do any good. Just relax. There's like a clarifying, softening, opening, expanding, and relax any tension in your hands and your jaw as well. Just relax. Beautiful. And that's it. I just wanted to help you to relieve some tension, perhaps from sitting all day, which many of us do. And we sometimes try to intellect. Oh, here comes a big bike. You can probably hear that. Some people just really want to be heard. I mean, we all want to be heard, but there are some big bikes in my neighborhood and they just like tear up the street. It's really funny. Sometimes it does irritate me because I'm recording, but just let it all come in. So what was I saying? You see, kind of made me forget what I was talking about. And so just allowing the body to the wisdom of the body, yes, and just allow. And so we do have a tendency to try to intellectualize. Okay, what wisdom did I experience? What I must quantify and understand this. And the best way, if you've done a body work before, like yoga or Feldenkrais or dance, just to allow the body to be itself. And it's actually not our intellects that are, teaching us these things. Our intellect is often the last part of us that understands the body and the beautiful treasures within and the healing and alignments that occur. And you just allow yourself to enjoy. The most important thing, I believe, and what we practice at the Sacred Gates, is to focus on comfort and feeling the comfort and that comes. And I'd like to do another podcast on beauty and connecting and feeling beauty, which is a really powerful, for some of us, beauty, focusing on beauty for some time, it can be a very powerful sacred gate into deeper levels of healing and deeper levels that come through comfort. And it's just another branch of the same tree. So thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you were able to find some time today to lie down here and do this practice, very soft, subtle practice with me. And as you may have known, I can't share all the Tayshara forms. There's so many, but also they are so powerful, some of them, and you really need the inner tools already. I could never just be a responsible person and teach this stuff. That would just be so wrong. It would be so irresponsible of me, because people can take things, you're on your own doing these things, and I would not be there to support and guide you. So yes, I hope that what I shared with you today is helpful and helps to bring comfort, peace, replenishment, and to you within your body, within your mind, within your day, and to orientate you more towards that every day. And please give this video a thumbs up if you received value. If you liked it, like the video, and please share it with anybody. I'd love it if you could comment and share if this practice has been of benefit to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And I just wanted to do a little announcement for two things. If you would like to receive some sacred knowledge that really helped me many years ago to change my perspective on healing itself, which allowed me to heal things like my asthma. I no longer use Ventolin. These particular sacred keys, or what I've also called major missing pieces, I now have available as an audio download, a 20-minute audio download for free. If you follow the link in this video underneath in the description. You can also just go to www.thesacredgates.com. I don't know how many W's I just said. It seemed like there are a lot of W's there. You can go to thesacredgates.com, and on the home page you can also sign up to receive that free audio download. And I also just wanted to do a little announcement. My second thing to share with you was that I'm actually starting a Patreon page. I'm quite excited about that. It's a brand new thing for me, and I'm dipping into expanding a childhood dream I always had of doing guided meditations, which I used to do when I was a child. And so I'm exploring and experimenting with this, and I'm really looking forward to offering these to you. So please keep your eye out on the Sacred Gates if you would like to receive guided meditations, and that will go a little bit more in depth than what we just did here, and different topics, many different things we're going to look at: healing the physical body, healing the mind, healing the emotions, and just some really feel-good meditations to help us at this time to feel better. Please keep your eye out for that. And that's going to be opening on the 1st of November. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Great to spend some time with you in this podcast mode. I'm really enjoying it, and I look forward to the next video I'll bring out next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.